All right, Beers by the Ivy, Beers by the Ivy, presented by Jerry Scott Media. I'm Jerry Scott, and this is my sports podcast. I'm a Pacers fan, so I'm going to come at this video from a Pacers perspective. But if you're a Knicks fan, you're going to like this video because essentially I have nothing but respect for the Knicks, especially this Knicks. Quite frankly, these Knicks. Quite frankly, I mean, geez, these guys can play. I'm gonna go through the recap of the box score, talk about a little bit of injuries, and then I'm gonna jump into the actual content of the video. I guess to start off, just my general opinion is the Knicks are a lot tougher than the Pacers. Pacers didn't play tough enough. The starters look soft, and quite frankly, I think our coaching lost the game. So I'm gonna get into that. I'm also gonna get into just kind of like how to be a winner, quite frankly, and how to be a winner when you're the best player, and what to do if you're the best player. Because I feel like Halliburton's like struggling with that. So I'm gonna break that down. Pacers 121, Knicks 130. Going through the box score, starting with the Pacers, then moving into the Knicks. Siakam 14, Halliburton 34, McConnell 10, Toppin 20. Jumping over the Knicks here, Anunoby 28, Brunson 29, a hard 29, a tough 29, an impressive 29, a respectable 29. That guy's incredible. I love his toughness. I love his heart. He's so good for the NBA. He's so good for, I think, just anyone who studies life and studies winning. I absolutely love his game. I love his heart. I wish he was a Pacer, quite frankly, but I respect him being a Knick. Hart, 19 points, 48 minutes. Once again, pure toughness. Hart, I think, is a perfect name for him because that's what he has. Intelligent basketball player. If you're a Knicks fan, you gotta love him. DiVincenzo, I mean, this guy just hits shots when you need to hit shots. Yeah, he shoots a lot of open shots, but he hits them. 28 points, 44 minutes again. Toughness, Villanova. I mean, how can you not love these Knicks if you're a Knicks fan? Holy cow. All right, injuries though. Anunoby, leg issue. I think it was hamstring. I'm rooting for him. He went to IU, so I went to IU, so I'm rooting for him. Hopefully, he comes back and plays strong. And then Brunson, I don't know. I don't even know what it was, ankle, hand, but nonetheless, he came back and was quite impressive. As I've already went on a rant how great he was. Okay. Yeah, from the top here, I just feel like the Pacers aren't tough enough right now. We'll see what happens when you go back to Baker's life, but to be I've said this like 5 times in shorts. To beat the Knicks, you're gonna have to be tougher than the Knicks. To beat the Garden, you're gonna have to be tougher than the Garden, and the Pacers just aren't. I just feel like our starters play softer than our bench. I mean, the reason I said McConnell and Toppin on their point total to start this video was because those are the two guys that had heart across the board. I mean, defense, offense, I mean, just everything, transition play. I mean, Toppin coming out and getting 20 points when he didn't even play that many minutes was quite impressive. McConnell was the only person who could play a lick of defense. And why he's out of the game goes back to my point of I feel like the Pacers lost, Pacers coaching staff lost this game. I made a YouTube short, like essentially, halfway through the first quarter, because once I saw McConnell and how him and Toppin playing, I'm like, these guys got to play the whole game. Don't look at the back of the jersey. Don't look at your salary on who makes money or who should be doing what. Look at your team, dead in the eye. Anyone who's willing to compete with toughness, heart, and effort is playing. Bottom line, doesn't matter. And then I want to kind of go into this matchup of like you pull McConnell out of the game, Brunson's licking his chops. Absolutely licking his chops. Golly. Here's the difference. When you're a great player like Brunson, like the thing that you hate competing against is intelligence. And McConnell has such basketball intelligence that in general slows down Brunson. And the problem is when you pull out McConnell and you put in, I literally wrote his name wrong, but Nabram, he's just too young. He's too young. Brunson's just licking his chops because he knows he can get away with little things he couldn't against McConnell. That's why he started, talking it up with McConnell, because he knows he's like, I got to get an advantage some other way because this guy knows too much about defense and footwork that I'm just like I need to somehow get some additional edge on him. That's why he started talking. You know, with Nabram, like, he's just too young. He's like licking his chops. He's like, all right, I'm gonna make two little shoulder moves. He's gonna be off balance. I'm gonna make the shot. Like, it's like planned. You know. So our coaching staff pulling McConnell out. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. He's just staying the whole freaking game, and then Toppin should stay in the game just based on respect. Going out there and working the way he does. I mean, holy cow. Siakam, I thought had a good game. Halliburton, I want to get into like leadership and Halliburton, and I'm also going to bring up in Brunson too. So, okay, how do I break this down? When you're the best player, there's two different modes. There's your team has the momentum mode, and then there's the team your team doesn't have the momentum mode. Okay, Brunson does a great job of this. Okay, when his team has the momentum, he shares the ball, and he makes plays for others. And it's essentially a team camaraderie thing. What he's really doing, like in the business world, it's called like creating culture, and he does it in real time. And then when the points get tough, or the moments are tight, and the pressure's on, lights are on, then he's the one who makes the play, and it's his turn to make the play, and he takes the ownership of making the play because he's the best player. Okay, I feel like Halliburton struggles with that. You know, sometimes he's looking, oh, should I pass? Should I do this? Should I? No. I had a lacrosse coach. He always called like indecision kills transition, and he would just like scream it at us. Indecision kills transition. You know, and it's true. You start thinking on the basketball floor too much, you're not gonna be able to make plays. And I just feel like, you know, it's pretty simple. Share the ball when things are going good. When things aren't going good, take over. It's your time to shine. All right. Another side note I wanted to just state was the commentary of this game was incredible. And I know there's not many people probably breaking down this game talking about the commentary, but I just thought Reggie Miller and Steph Van Gundy they're a great team, and I felt like I was watching the game with a bunch of buddies. So, you know, once again, TNT, I'll probably end up making a video on this in a podcast episode, but, you know, there's a lot of NBA rights going on right now, and potentially TNT might lose it. We'll see. I doubt they end up letting that happen, but I just got to say that NBA on TNT and NBA are just like a dream made in heaven with Shaq and the boys, and then you go right into the Reggie Miller and Jeff Van Gundy, I think it was Steve Van Gundy, just really chalking it up and calling it the way they see it. It was just an enjoyable experience. All right, well, the Pacers essentially got their work cut out for them in Game 3, but I'm excited to see our fan base. I'm actually going to Game 4, so that'll be a good time. I'm hoping, Jesus, we can win Game 3, because Game 4 ain't going to be that exciting if we don't win Game 3. Oh, my gosh. You know, it's like another thing, too, that was like a brain. It seemed like our guys got so soft in terms of the Pacers because Brunson goes out of the game, and then, you know, it's like, oh, we don't have to worry about him, and then he comes back and just literally looks like Superman. I mean, you cannot say enough good things about that guy, quite frankly. It's the toughness. I mean, you haven't seen a guy like that since, I want to say, like Kobe and then Michael Jordan, in terms of just pure toughness and pure winning mentality. I mean, it brings me back to days I played sports and competed with all my friends. I just absolutely love it. Okay, well, that wraps things up on a Game 2 recap of a Game 3 recap and also shorts going on. I mainly cover the Cubs as well as Beers by the Ivy. I'll do some NFL. But please like, follow, and subscribe. I'm on all different socials and trying to build this Beers by the Ivy network. So I appreciate your time. Thanks for listening, and we'll have more content later in the week. Have a good one.